Okay, hi, my name is Abby Holt, and for my final project, I'm going to be talking about virtual voice assistants. So, what are voice-based assistants? Voice-based assistants are designed around your own voice and they use artificial intelligence. Many of you guys will know them as the Google Home or more popular Amazon's Alexa. Taken from Amazon.com, they describe Alexa as Amazon's cloud-based voice service available on over 100 million devices from Amazon and third-party device manufacturers. With Alexa, you can build natural voice experiences that offer customers a more intuitive way to interact with the technology they use every day. Our collection of tools, API reference solutions, and documentation make it easy for anyone to build with Alexa. So just for reference, on the left we have Amazon's Alexa, and on the right we have the Google Home, which do kind of the same thing. They basically just both interact with your voice. But it's also important to note that Amazon Alexa is a leader in this industry and the most popular. So what do they do? So Alexa and Google Home respond to the commands of your own voice, and as many of you know, if you say, "Hey Alexa," Alexa will turn blue on the top and then respond to your command. They can stream music, they can set reminders as well as a timer, and they can answer questions and access the internet. It also delivers news and sports information straight and right away. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can order products from Amazon from Alexa. It also gives you the weather, and you can connect to the smartphone, car, and even home security systems in your own home. So what do they sell for? Amazon Alexas can sell anywhere from usually 50 to 150, 50 being the earliest version, as well as the Amazon Echo, which is their first prototype. And the Google Home can sell anywhere from 70 to 200, usually a little bit more expensive. So sales are projected to triple over the next few years. And Juniper Research estimates that 8 billion digital voice assistants to be in use by 2023. In 2018, a researcher stated that 2.5 billion assistants are in use, and Alexa is currently the market leader on smart speakers. So how is this technology a disruptive technology? Well, these virtual assistants is a groundbreaking product that created a whole new industry and market in voice command and assistance, kind of taking off the work of Siri. It created a new development in accessing information and created a new industry of voice command interactions. It changed the way we access basic information or stream music, things we previously did in our phones or on our tablets. It also created a whole new market and enhanced our old technology, such as getting information and how we communicate. More importantly, it just changed how we interact with technology. So to prove that it is disruptive technology and taken from our class readings, especially from Module 1, Harvard Business Law Review created a list that described a disruptive technology, and they described it as one that was able to successfully challenge established incumbent businesses, ones that gained a foothold by delivering more suitable functionality, frequently at a lower price. Mainstream customers started adopting offerings in volume, willingness to pay for the item, and they originated new market footholds. So we can easily see this with the voice-based assistants because people are willing to pay for them. They're kind of at a lower price. They originated a whole new market. So all of these can be applied to Amazon's Alexa. So these voice-based virtual assistants and consumers. So Amazon and Google have now taken prime positions between brand and customer, capitalizing on conversational convenience. This further adaptation of technology will enhance personalized advertising and sales, creating a direct link between company and consumer. In businesses, it has led to the creation of the voice economy, a whole new market, and a new ecosystem of marketing, branding, and consumer engagement with the voice. When voice assistants are always waiting, there's less need to rely on intrusive screens to retrieve info or complete a task. So kind of why I decided to choose this topic and how it has impacted me personally. So I myself, with my family, I'll share an Amazon Alexa that we mostly put in our kitchen or our living room. And for more than anything, it's kind of altered how we stream music. When we're all in the kitchen cooking a dinner or having a conversation out on our balcony, it's so much easier to just say, "Hey Alexa, play this song," than leaving the room where all my family's at in the middle of a conversation to go pick up my phone and go search through my playlist to pick a song. It saves me time and also feels natural. I also find it easier to access information than using my laptop. Like I said, it's so much easier if you're having a conversation to just quickly do a side note and talk to someone or the robot and to get an answer quickly back than to go through my phone or my laptop and go search for the newest news or information. So more than anything, it saves me time, and relying on my own voice and speaking at any time kind of feels more natural. So how they came to be. At first, this product had large amounts of doubt, and there's kind of back and forth talk about if they really wanted to pursue this product full steam. For that, it stayed in Amazon's in-house lab for years, but the huge market grew for voice-powered electronics, and because of that, Amazon worked tirelessly to get their latency down for the product. They worked hard on the technology and engineering of the product, although they faced their biggest challenge was that there's no product on the market already to compare to. Everything else was fundamentally different, and they're kind of creating a whole new product and a whole new realm of technology, which is hard to create when there's nothing to directly compare it to. Their main goal was that they wanted it to feel like the customer was talking to an actual human being. And through all of it, they finally got it released, and it hit 1 million pre-orders in less than 2 weeks, which is also known to be a bigger success than when the iPhone first released. So it also became the biggest hit in Amazon's hardware system history. So impact on the general public, the positive side. It's been known to bring people together. Kind of like I said, there's been more time interacting with people and less time leaving the dinner table or living room to go search a question or to go search a song. The information and quick answers that Amazon Alexas give are at an all-time high, increasing knowledge to everyone. It's been known to answer questions 10 times faster than regular searching. It also gives people more independence, and it's been known to help people with disabilities, including blindness or visual impairments, some physical disabilities, or even memory loss, which is a huge step forward in our nation. It also helps the older generation with less knowledge of technology devices. A lot of times I find that Alexa or Google Home is a lot easier to use to search questions than to use their everyday smartphones, which are kind of difficult to use. And many have also noted that it kind of creates companionship, especially if people are living alone or a little bit lonely. Amazon does help with that, or Alexa does help with that, which is kind of creepy, but I guess it's a positive. Now for the negative sides. It can change the way we interact, and robots can change interpersonal development. We're kind of more than anything steering away from more face-to-face contact with the increased use of speaking robots. There's also been a large concern of privacy information. There's been concerns that Alexas are always listening, and because of that, targeted ads are at an all-time high. Parents are also worried that's conditioning their children to become reliant on these voice assistants, and people are learning less patience. Law enforcement has also been seen using this technology to help with cases, which again kind of concerns the public about privacy issues. And also it can become addictive. People are relying on these assistants more than themselves. So what is this teaching us? So possible future impact and implications. We can see that voice assistants are very popular, and people are wanting them to be more in everyday household items, such as their refrigerator, coffee maker, toilet, air conditioner, thermostat. There's a need for everything to be controlled by your voice. So I think that in the future we can see a lot more of this. It's going to change the way we interact and consume information, as well as how we get our information. It's going to alter the computer industry. It's going to change the way we interact overall with humans and our household items. We also might see a huge change in child development and the impact of growing up with this new technology. And it's going to change the marketplace and jobs with the increased use of robots. Next, it's important to note that there's been some concern with voice assistants and child privacy. So there's a quote taken that says, Amazon market Echo.Kids, which is kind of the first Amazon Alexa for kids, as a device to educate and entertain kids, but the real purpose is to amass a treasure trove of sensitive data that it refuses to relinquish even when directed by parents. That's a quote taken from Josh Golan, an executive director of the Campaign for Commercial-Free Childhood. There's been direct links to privacy with children, and a bipartisan group of lawmakers also sent a letter to FEC requesting the agency to open an investigation to the matter. Next, we're going to talk about the benefits with child development because this is a huge topic today. So a quote says, "If you watch a kid with a smartphone, all of the bells and whistles are just so seductive and addictive. With the Echo or Home, there is an opportunity for much more listening and more interaction," which is taken from Marika Lindholm, a sociologist. So a large goal of these assistants are to spend less time tapping on your screens, which is important when it comes to kids and their development, also their addictive personalities. So Solis Shen, a researcher at Cornell who has studied child interactions with intelligence tech, says, "I see a big opportunity for educational and entertainment content on these devices so that that doesn't suck kids in the same way a smartphone would." So this is a benefit because it's kind of taking away less of on-screen time as well as, handheld devices, and kind of going to more voice-based assistants, which kind of help children be less sucked in by their iPhones. And these Echo Dots also interact with kids, including games and stories, although it's not, visual, it's more auditory. It's also important to note that there's been some concerns with child development. Parents are concerned that these devices are conditioning their children to turn away from human interaction and not teaching them proper manners and social graces. The assistant syntax are very simple and do not include words like please or thank you. So adults are kind of concerned that their child are going to be talking more in demands and not know the importance of please and thank you if they're growing up with these machines. Which, like I said, is kind of teaching children to speak in commands, which can come off rude and demanding. And clinical psychologist Sherry Turkle says, "These machines are seductive and offer the wrong payoff. The illusion of companionship without the demands of friendship, the illusion of connection without the reciprocity of a mutual friendship." Again, it's kind of taking children away from face-to-face conversation and in-life personal relationships, and they become more reliant on these machines. So that's my references, and thank you guys all for listening, and I wish you the best with the next semester.